Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. We are here for Season 6. The Bud Shootout is about to go green. We're getting set for 16 laps around Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. On the pole is the 15 of John Dillon, and alongside him is the 26 of Eric Burton. Starting third is Danny Wells in the 17, and alongside him in the 43 is Kurt Keselowski, which you gotta mention to him, happy birthday. He turns 46 years old today, so let's get these cars rolling off. And, alright, we're gonna send you down for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
As these 20 cars roar to life, getting set for 16 laps at Daytona. There they all are. So John Dillon in the 15 car is on the pole. He drove this car in season number 4. Yeah, Napa and Menards is two of his primary sponsors. This year he's going to be with Menards, Peak, Motor Oil, and Quaker State. So here we go, coming off of the final corner, getting set to go green for the first time in Season 6. Here we go, coming out of turn number 4. The pace car will be in, and we will go racing. All of these drivers either finished in the top 10 in the standings, or won a race, or have won a Bud Shootout in the past. But here we go, coming to the green flag. The green flag waves. We're underway at Daytona. Season 6 is underway. Heading off into turn 1, immediately Cole Freilich in the number 7 dives to the bottom of the track. Through 1 and 2 they go. On the outside, we got a 3-car tandem. Chris Summers pushing Kurt Keselowski, and he turns him sideways down into Carter Keselowski. Summers is in the wall, but they all save it. But Summers, that's going to hurt him. But John Dillon is out front trying to lead the first lap of the Bud Shootout, and they're stacking up behind him. We got a big crash. I saw Zach Buchanan get spun out. But we're racing back to the start-finish line, and it's going to be John Dillon, it looks like. And here he comes to the line. John Dillon's going to lead the first lap of the season. The caution has come out, and Greg Jones in the Aflac Ford is in the wall. Matthew McMurray in the 18, Zach Buchanan in the 20, as we made it. Noted there, and we have a caution for the first time this season. Let's get a replay. Alright, here's one of the things that led up to this crash. So Chris Summers, pushing Kurt Keselowski, gets nearly the entire nose of the car underneath Kurt as he's pushing him, which pushes him to the bottom of the track. Now everybody's squirreling everywhere in front, and then everybody's checking up, trying to keep their cars from wrecking. And that's where we're going to have some carnage. So here is Zach Buchanan in the number 20 Home Depot Chevy. They're 4 wide on the backstretch, but Buchanan's giving these guys room because he's on the apron. But there's Sean Galligan in the number 8. I think he might have been the first driver to get turned, and that's Stephen Dillon in the 5 just in front. Oh, Buchanan just came up into CJ in the number 40, and then he backs it hard into the outside wall. And then right here, that's where Matthew McMurray and Greg Jones got their damage. So there's Greg spinning and Matthew McMurray. So the first caution has come out here at Daytona, and we got about 3 cars that have taken some pretty hard hits here. And one of them here was Matthew McMurray being pushed by Greg Jones here in 3 and 4. Greg gives room, so he doesn't shove him right into it, but then he hit his teammate Buchanan. And then that just spells trouble. So 3 drivers involved in the first crash of the year, including Matthew McMurray, who won 2 races last year, Greg Jones, who was the Season 4 Bud Shootout winner, and Zach Buchanan in the number 20, who won 3 races last year. So caution is out. Let's go back to the green. As we expected after that first crash of the day, Matthew McMurray, Greg Jones, and Zach Buchanan have all retired from the race. They will not return to the track. But as we're getting set to go racing again on lap number 6, we're going to have John Dillon leading the race, followed by Danny Wells in second. Third is Cole Freilich. Fourth is Eric Burton. And fifth is Kurt Kozlowski. Can he win on his birthday? That'd be big for him. Sixth is Steven Dillon. Seventh is Sean Galligan. Eighth is Courtney Simpson. Ninth is Phil Jones. And 10th is Seth Cole in the 66 car. And 11th is CJ Sorensen. 12th is Sean Henley. 13th is Chris Summers. 14th, Garrett Jones. 15th, Julie Stewart. And 16th is John Worry. And rounding out the field is Carter Kozlowski in the 24. Coming off of the final corner, it's going to be John Dillon leading the field of the green flag, as he did in the beginning of this race. You got 3 Fords and 1 Dodge in the top 5. Well, here we go. We're back racing here from Daytona. John Dillon leads him to the green. Heading down into turn 1, Cole Freilich. There goes Galligan to the inside in the number 8 car. Freilich jumps to the bottom. Further back inside, Julie Stewart diving to the bottom of the track as well. Here comes Greg Jones to the rear bumper of Cole Freilich, trying to push him out into John Dillon. It's still too early to be making your move, but these guys are just trying to lead this race and try to get a feel of what it's like in the front of the pack with these new cars. We ran similar cars up until season number 5. We ran some COT cars, but now we're switching back to these cars, and these guys are going to have to get used to it again. And Sean Galligan almost got sent to the apron. Part of his car actually was on the apron as he made some contact with Kurt Kozlowski, but it's still John Dillon leading this race. 3 wide behind them, 2 rows deep. Sean Galligan stuck in the middle along with Steven Dillon and Danny Wells. Up the track goes Kurt Kozlowski, but he's going to have Greg Jones pushing him when we come to the back straightaway. Cole Freilich is going to challenge John Dillon for the lead. Here he comes on the inside. Seth Cole in the 66 is on the bottom as well, trying to catch up to these leaders. Courtney Simpson in the number 6 car in the middle. Seth Cole getting a run on the inside. This could end in tears. Here comes Seth to the bottom. He's going to have Phil Jones pushing him. Got about 2 packs here. The second pack is led by Chris Summers and Carter Kozlowski. Looks like they're starting to catch up a bit. Into turn 1. Oh, Courtney Simpson almost got turned by Steven Dillon. And now here we go into turn 1. Up the track goes John Dillon. He's got Sean Galligan, his teammate, pushing him. Down the back stretch they go. 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Seth Cole now peeks his nose out into the lead as we come into turn number 3. They're all bottling up, and here they go in turn 3. They all go around. Steven Dillon is in the wall. Seth Cole got a piece of it. Kurt Kozlowski, Carter Kozlowski, Steven Dillon, Danny Wells, Julie Stewart, Sean Galligan, John Dillon, Cole Freilich. Simpson's car is destroyed. And Phil Jones somehow won the race back to the line with Sean Henley in the 88 pushing him. Big turn of events here in the Bud Shootout. Let's get a replay of what happened. Well, these guys are really starting to pinch each other. And it was really starting to concern me when they got down in here, and Phil Jones got into the back of Steven, and Steven goes up into Seth Cole, and Courtney Simpson took a pretty hard hit into that outside wall. So there's Steven. He's able to drive away after this. But there's Galligan. Galligan got quite a bit of back-end damage. And caution is out for the 2nd time today, so let's get you back to the green. Sean Galligan and Julie Stewart, Sean Galligan and Courtney Simpson have retired after the most recent crash on lap number 8. But we're getting set to go back green on lap 13 of 16 with 4 laps to go. It's going to be Phil Jones leading the field, followed by Sean Henley in 2nd, Eric Burton 3rd, CJ Sorensen 4th, and Chris Summers rounds out your top 5. Then in 6th is John Worry, 7th, Garrett Jones, 8th, Seth Cole, 9th, Kurt Kozlowski, and 10th is Carter Kozlowski. Alright, let's head back up to the front, where Phil Jones is going to lead us back to the green in the Bud Shootout. All he's got to do is hold them off for 4 laps, but this is Daytona. Anything can and will happen. He doesn't have any teammates in the front of the field. The first driver that would probably help him out is in the 6th spot. That's John Worry, and that's his teammate. But the green flag waves when we're back underway. And To the outside of the track goes Henley. Eric Burton followed him, but now he crosses over to the bottom. Kurt Kozlowski goes to the bottom of the track with John Worry and Eric, but into turn one, Phil Jones still has the lead. Eric Burton making a charge on the inside. Chris Summers has Garrett Jones pushing him, but now Garrett goes to the bottom. A lot of these drivers seem to be pushing each other, and then they quick dive to the bottom and leave them out to dry. And that's probably actually a pretty good strategy, and CJ gets sent to the apron. He's able to save it. They're 3 wide further back, and I thought I saw Danny Wells almost get turned. Oh, CJ once again. Oh, but he's up the track into Sean Henley. Phil Jones to the apron. Around goes Carter Kozlowski and Sean Henley. That might have ended the race, and if it did, it's going to be Eric Burton winning the Bud Shootout. I believe it is over, and that was the race. Eric Burton has just won the Season 6 Bud Shootout in the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. Unbelievable job. Congratulations to Eric Burton. Still nothing official just yet, but the caution has come out for the 3rd and final time in this race. Let's see what happened to end this race. Alright, here it is. CJ had just been getting shoved around this lap. Off of turn 2, he almost got spun. Then off of 4, yeah, when he came back up trying to save it, then that's when he hit John Worry and got sent. And Henley, comes down and hits Carter Kozlowski. Not the way Kurt Kozlowski wanted to spend his birthday, but he was able to race today, wasn't able to win though. And let's see here, it looks like other than that, everybody else was able to get through that pretty cleanly. So Eric Burton is going to win the Season 6 Bud Shootout. Let's get you to the checkered flag, where Eric is going to take his 2nd win of the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. Coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time here in the Bud Shootout. Eric Burton's going to win the race, followed by Phil Jones, Kurt Kozlowski, John Worry, and Danny Wells, your top 5. So Kurt Kozlowski able to finish 3rd on his birthday. 2nd was Phil Jones after an amazing save coming out of turn 4, and Eric Burton is going to capture the win. He could be the next big thing here in the EPRL Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. If you can remember last season, he won at Atlanta, which after that race he felt pretty guilty after he took out some of the leaders. But here he is, he wins the Bud Shootout. And just saying, 2 of the last 3 years, the 26 has won the Bud Shootout. You can remember back to Season 4, we saw Greg Jones go to victory lane in this race after Kyle Smith ran out of gas coming off of the final turn. Alright then, let's get a look at your finishing results. There's only 20 cars in this field. A few drivers that were eligible but did not get into the season included Gino Harvey. A few other drivers included there, but the main one is him because he won this race last year. So Eric Burton, that is the largest margin of victory we've had in the Bud Shootout due to it ending under caution, followed by Phil Jones 2nd, Kurt Kozlowski 3rd, John Worry 4th, Danny Wells 5th, then Julie Stewart 6th, Seth Cole 7th, Garrett Jones 8th, 9th was Chris Summers, and 10th was John Dillon in the number 15 car. So after a very action-packed Bud Shootout with 3 cautions and Eric Burton winning the race, also we had 5 cars out of the race. That included Sean Galligan, Courtney Simpson, Greg Jones, Zach Buchanan, and Matthew McMurray. So what a race we've seen here in the Bud Shootout. But unfortunately, it has come to an end. But we will see it for the Daytona 500, where we will get the first points race of the year and see if Zach Buchanan can back up his Daytona 500 champion. Wait, no, sorry, he didn't win it last year. Sorry, that was Stephen Dillon that won it last year. So let's see if Stephen Dillon can back up his win in last season's Daytona 500. So from all of us at the EPRL, we'll see you next time we're at Daytona for the biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500. We'll see you next time.